Ira Epstein with your morning flash update, and this is for Wednesday. And we're now at the 12th of February, 2 days away from Valentine's Day, right? I better remember that. And the year's 2020. We're about 9:25 in the morning. You know, last night I wrote a report, in fact, yesterday I wrote reports telling my clients, I think that we have to treat the coronavirus situation behind us. Yes, I realize we're going to get reports and so on, but there's several events. Number one, the paces of the deaths, the paces of the new cases. Well, there's going to be changes as to how China is going to report things to us. I think the deaths they're going to keep up with, but the way that they came out yesterday, China said that they're going to be testing more people, and as they test them, if you test positive for the coronavirus but don't have the symptom, well, then you're not included in the number. I think you got to throw away all these numbers at that point, because from the baseline you went, you've just got a big change. That's number one. Number two, the market's looking at how the numbers are going, and they've stagnated. And the stagnation has caused the stock market to get bids in it at this point. The dollar's staying strong. The currency under trouble is the euro. Look in my eyes. Think of President Trump. He is eyeing Europe right now for the next round of tariffs. You heard me. That's exactly where I think he's at. He's looking at the trade deficit going on. He's looking at Germany, which comprises the biggest amount of trade there. They're not shrinking their trade with the U.S. You watch. That's his next one. When we look at all of the energies, it still looks to me, and I've been saying it on my end of the day video, that the market acted like it had already blown itself to the downside. So I get that feel in the market. In the grain markets, you can see that they're just sort of hanging here now, starting to get a bit of a bump. The head of Bunge came out and said that he's seeing feed increase demands in China for poultry primarily. Remember, they lost 40 to 50% of their pig crops due to the African swine fever. But as we take a look here, we've got the USBA mortgage market index. So the prior week we were up 1.1%, the purchase index down 5.8%, and the refi still going on strong. So I'm looking at this, I'm in the middle of February. I would expect these numbers to start improving as we get into March. That's really where I'm looking for the pickup. Warmer weather, people, they go house shopping then. The conference boards, U.S. online came out at 107. Let me turn here so you can see 1027 versus December's 1024. I should have made these a little better for you to read. Chairman Powell speaking right now before the U.S. House. OPEC has cut their oil demand forecast by 230 barrels a day. Australia, the Aussies did something I found interesting. With all these fires, they're still saying their consumer sentiment rose 2.3% to 95.5. And when I look at Eurozone data, it plain stinks. December industrial output down 2.1% for the month. They expected it down just 1.6%. And they went into, for the year, down 4.1%. They expected only 2.5%. Big problems there. Now add to that the tariff threat, and I think that you've got yourself the making of which currency is probably the weakest. Look at the copper, starting to hold very well. Look at heating oil. We were talking that and gasoline. I was expecting that we'd start seeing some seasonal bite in those markets, especially gasoline. And I know that people say, Ira, it's February 11th. What are you talking? Go look at your seasonals. This looks to me like that could be one of those areas. Now, one of the things I look at to see technically, because I'm a chartist primarily, I look often at different indicators to see, are they holding together? Is the market starting to do something? And sometimes these indicators are ahead of price. One of them that I look at is the Arun indicator. And simply put, if you think of the idea that a bull trend is one where you make higher highs, higher lows, well, this particular indicator measures, is that going on, and is the strength of that taking place? So is the trend in place, and is the trend weakening, or is it getting stronger? That's what it helps you to do. So we put together a series of videos that explain, number one, the indicator, how to plot it, number two, number three, when it's on the chart, how do you use it? If you're interested in that, it's a series of videos. They're free to you. All you need to do is call my staff. They'll get them right out to you. or you can go to our website and under our free offer, sign up for it there. You can also click here. If you're watching me on YouTube, it'll take you right to the free offers page. The quickest way to get them, call us. They'll be, as you're on the phone, it'll probably be right in your hands. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a good